Book your flight, hotel, and rental car with Cheapo Air today. The link is in the description box below. Hello, my gorgeous gastronomes and vampires. Welcome to T-Rex Steel City Mukbang. Where will this food journey take you today? Pull up a seat. Let's eat. All right, guys, let me start right out. I usually start with my thank yous, but let me tell you, I'm in the home style setting right now. And it's really unorthodox, as you can tell. Okay, I hope the camera angle is okay for you guys, because I can get more of my shot in here to let you see what I'm eating if I put the camera in a vertical position instead of horizontal. Okay, that's out of the way. Now, I want to thank all of my subscribers, old and new. I appreciate you guys from the bottom of my heart. And to those of you who have not subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so that you can be notified every time I upload a new video. All right. So, guys, I am having leftovers. I found this freezer surprise, and it is a special surprise. I had some more shrimp and chicken tetrazzini, frozen leftovers with the cheese. Remember that? Yep, the cheese pull. I know you remember that. Well, here I am. I found it deep in the freezer. And that's what we're having today. Yeah. I threw a tomato in there. Just because I felt like having some tomatoes. Oh, it's so slippery I can't even pick it up. There we go. I just felt like it. I've got my big fork. And for some people out there who want to know why I have a big fork, I'm going to say it again. Probably for the 15th time. Because I like it. Canada Dry sparkling water. Yeah. There you go. You can see that now. Okay. Excuse me. But some of you told me how much you liked my story about my neighbor. A few days ago. And asked that I tell some more neighbor stories. So here it goes. Well, this is a different neighbor. This is the neighbor across the street. Not directly across, but across and diagonal. So, you know, right over there to my right. Well, the young man was parking his car down the street in front of his house. Ever since I've lived here, he's been parking down the street in front of his house. No other cars are parked there. It's just his. One day, he decides he's going to start parking across from me. I'm in a carport, a 2-car carport, but I only have one car in it. So the young man pulls up in such a way that when I back out of my space, I'm afraid that I'm going to hit his car. That's how far up he parked. He had lots of space. And there was a driveway right behind him. So, he had at least 15 or 20 feet before he would ever block the driveway, which no one uses anyway. It doesn't really belong anywhere. It's just there. So it wouldn't matter. So I thought maybe, this is just one time. Maybe, I don't know. If you got a space in front of your house, I don't know why you would need to park directly behind me, but whatever. Not directly, but close enough that I fear hitting you. So I didn't say anything. Next day passes by. Another day and another day and another day. He's still parking there. So I put a note on his car. I said, if you're going to be parking here, do you mind pulling back about 10 or 12 feet so I can have room to make the turn out of my carport? So next day, yeah, he pulled back 10 feet. Now we're good. Now, here's the other thing. There's no outlet on the street ahead of him. So, every time he's ready to leave his house, he pulls halfway into my carport to turn around. A U-turn. You're pulling in on my property. I mean, I don't own it, but I live here. You're on the part that I pay rent on, okay? To turn around. Now, I don't think it's cool to turn around in someone's driveway or garage if you do it every single day. Now, if you're on a street and you got lost or something like that, and you need to turn around, you're only doing it one time. You're never going to come back and be disrespectful with these people's property anymore. You just need to turn around and get out of where you're lost. Not this guy. He turns around, in my carport every day. Not all the way in, but he pulls in far enough so he can do his K-turn and out. I hate it. It always makes it sound like someone's coming to my house. Every time I hear that, a car pulling in, it's like, then I realize it's the disrespectful punk from across the street. That's what it is. So, I know, I'm not even going to ask you guys if you think I'm wrong, because I know I'm not, because he only does it if I'm in the house. If I'm outside in the carport, or if I'm outside grabbing the mail or getting in or out of my truck and he's leaving his house, he doesn't make that turn. He goes up the street and pulls into this vacant cutout that was made for turning around because you can't get out. It was made for that. So he goes up another 200 feet. That's all the further it is, 200 feet up. And he makes the turn around there if I'm outside. He knows he's wrong. He knows he's wrong. So therefore, I know that I'm right. Because if you felt what you were doing was right, was the right thing to do, you would do it even if I was outside. It wouldn't matter. It would not matter. You know what I'm saying? You only do it when you think I'm in the house and I don't hear you or see you. So that's what's really making me mad about it, is that you know you're doing the wrong thing. I haven't said anything yet, but let me tell you what I do. And yeah, this might be a little bit petty. I kind of know what time he leaves for work every day. So if I'm not busy, if I'm just in the house not doing anything at the moment, and I hear him start up his car, I run to the carport. I fly to that door so I can step outside to force him to go up and turn around. That's not petty. That's not petty. I'm just trying to get him into the habit of going up 200 feet and turning around and stop turning around in my carport. That's all. Call it petty if you want to. I don't care. I'm not going to stop doing it until he stops. This is still just as good as it was. I probably should not eat all this. And I won't. I'm getting ready to stop. Why? Because there's a lot of cheese and a lot of butter and carbs and all that. I think I've eaten enough. Peace out, my gastronomes and vampires. I will see you soon.